Welcome back, kids and coaches. I'm Coach Kent Murphy, and lace up your Air Force Ones because we're heading down to Nellyville to take a look at the St. Louis Cardinals 2020 roster. One fun thing to do in St. Louis is leave. Just ask Albert Pujols and the Rams. Besides being Donald Trump's second favorite city in the great state of Kansas, other fun things to do in St. Louis include locking your car doors and minding your own business. But if you are lucky enough to get a ticket to the new Busch Stadium, StubHub is a great place to sell it and use the money to buy the first ticket out of town. So let's go ahead and take a look at this St. Louis Cardinals roster. At pitcher, you got old Jack Flaherty. He's your ace. Apparently he missed that memo in the playoffs last year. And then there's Dakota Hudson, who will also never be accused of being Mr. October. I'm not sure if the Cardinals actually keep him around on the pitching staff for his stats or to just open pickle jars for Adam Wainwright and remind him to take all of his medications like a good grandson. Adam Wainwright is also set to make history this year as the first pitcher to take the mound while using a walker. At closer, we got Giovanni Gallegos, who isn't even a household name in his own house. He blew 75% of his saves last year, so, maybe try pitching with your eyes open this year, pal. At catcher, you got Yadier Molina. And let's be honest, the guy just gets the job done behind the plate. Hell, he's exciting at the plate, too, if you're into watching guys leg out singles. I'm pretty sure he was drafted the same year as Stan Musial and only has 156 dingers. Pathetic. At first base, you got Paul Goldschmidt. Hey man, at least when Mark McGwire played first base and batted .260 for the Cardinals, he launched about 10 million all-beef patties into Big Mac land. You're more like a 6-piece nugget. You're pretty good, but nobody knows why you cost more than the 10-piece. At second base, you got Colton Wong. Hey, if you need a hit in the postseason, you call this guy and tell him to stay home. You'd have a better chance of letting Bartolo Colon take hacks. His postseason batting average is so low, he had to buy flood insurance for it. At third base, you got Tommy Edmund. Thankfully for Tommy, Matt Carpenter started a love affair with strikeouts a few years ago, so now Cardinals fans are stuck watching a guy play third base who looks like he's not even legally old enough to get to third base with his adult girlfriend. Then we got Paul Jung. Playing shortstop and keeping alive the great St. Louis tradition started by all-time great Ozzie Smith. That's right, the tradition of batting .230 and disappearing in the playoffs. In left field, you got Tyler ONeill. The good news is he's 22 years old. The bad news is even 22-year-olds can be bad at baseball. The good news is the used car lot down the road's hiring. The bad news is they also require you to earn your paycheck. In center field, you got Harrison Bader. Well, it's certainly not Harrison Bader hitting .205 last year. I'm not sure if the Cardinals put you in center field for your defense or to just keep you as far away from the plate as they could. In right field, you got Dexter Fowler. The fan in my bedroom has 3 settings: cold, colder, and Dexter Fowler swinging at fastballs. It cost $82 million and it's impossible to trade. So there you have it, the 2020 Cardinals. They had the 6th most bunts in the league last year and still managed to get fans out to their game. Guess it's not that surprising because those same fans are now filling up a stadium to watch a bunch of guys who were recently cut by the Saskatchewan Roughriders pretend to play football. The Cardinals are now the 2nd best team in St. Louis, named after a bird, behind the long-storied Battlehawks of the XFL. So I'd say it's safe to say that you're up to maybe 28 wins this year, and if you go full Astros, 46.